So, friends, on behalf of My Retired Life Foundation, we welcome you all to another interesting session by Uday Acharya ji. This is going to be the third in the series of the Satsang. And today's topic is going equally interesting, and that is the role of ego in the spiritual growth and the spiritual journey of oneself. So, floor is open to you, sir, Uday Acharya.
As usual, we start with a prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Sah Viryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gajananam Bhutaganadi Sevitam, Kapitta Jambo Kalasara Bhakshitam, Umasutam Shoka Vinashakaranam, Namami Vigneshwara Pada Pankajam. सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणे विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्याधिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। सदा स्मेरवक्त्रं कृपापूर्णनेत्रं स्थिरं दीनमित्रं जनप्रीतिपात्रं सुविज्ञातशास्त्रं कषायाक्तवस्त्रं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यं निन्दे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यं निन्दे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्य। When we are born, we have no ego. But by the time we are 1 or 2, we have got a very strong ego. You ask a 2-year-old child, give me your chocolate. That person will say, no, it is my chocolate. Okay. So if you give the other child 2 chocolates, now this one will say, how dare you give 2 chocolates to that? I got only 1. This ego is natural for the child because it is a part of self-identity. If you cannot relate to yourself as an independent person, you cannot live your life. As long as you're there in the mother's womb, you are not independent. Once you are born, you are out of the womb, but you are still totally helpless. When you're totally helpless, it is a mother and the others around you who take care of you. They nurture you, they bring you up until you start becoming aware of yourself. Once you start becoming aware of yourself, your own body, your own movements, your own abilities, that is where you start having a self-identity. Yes, I am someone and I have my needs. I need to have my needs fulfilled. So either I can depend on others to fulfill my needs, or I have to get up from my seat and do something to fulfill my needs. So the child grows up either learning to manipulate others to fulfill its needs, like this little one. So it will throw a tantrum whenever it wants attention. And it will grab things from you and have the sense of this is mine, ye to mera hai. There is a need for the child to express its ego, because without the ego, you are nothing. As you grow up, you start seeing that there are other egos around you. Therefore, you have to manage your life. So either you get into a competitive mode, trying to become better than others so that you can meet your needs, or you go into a submissive mode and you say, well, others are more powerful than me, therefore I have to serve their interests. So it starts becoming a win or lose relationship. Either I have to win or the others are winning. To some extent, you compromise and say, no, we can work together, we can cooperate. We can cooperate so each of us can get what we want. As you grow older, you learn that we can cooperate in better ways. We can negotiate for what we want. It's not just compromise, but it is the ability to become much more than what we can achieve alone. Alone, you can achieve something, but together we can achieve much more. So you go into a team mode. So when you go into a team mode, I becomes we. So हम साथ साथ हैं. Okay, ये उंगलियां है. एक एक का अलग अलग शक्ति होता है, लेकिन जब सब इकट्ठा हो जाते हैं तो it becomes a greater power. So we is more than I or you. The problem with the ego is that no matter how much I achieve, no matter how much I get, it is never enough. Some people say that you have to be satisfied with what you have. Do not be greedy. Do not try to grasp more than what you can hold. Learn to accept your limitation and learn to accept things as they are. Especially in spirituality. When, आवाज आ रहा है? When you are told that there is a greater power, तो हम तो छोटे हैं, we cannot control the universe. There is a controller who is the creator of the universe, and you have to surrender your ego unto him. This concept of surrender is very interesting. What is surrender? And why should we surrender? Okay. Why is the ego a problem? And how do we get over this problem? Can we throw away our ego? Or should we grow our ego? Or should we melt our ego? These are the questions that come up in spirituality. So maybe I'd like some of your opinions on this. How do we surrender the ego? Why should we surrender the ego? And how do we surrender the ego? Okay. How, why, and should we really give up our ego? I think these are the three questions I'd put to all of you. Because unless we are clear about the nature of the ego, all spiritual growth is limited. Okay. So, should we give up the ego? Why should we give up the ego? Or rather, put it this way, can we give up the ego? That is one. Why should we give up the ego? And how shall we give up the ego? Okay, these three questions I want you to explore. So, the first one is, can we give up the ego? I want your feedback on this. Anyone?
If
Tell me, can we give up?
N.K. Agarwal here.
हाँ जी बोलिए अग्रवाल जी.
Normally क्या होता है कि ego के अंदर you start competing with others for material things mostly. Even if it is knowledge, as long as you say I know something, but if you start telling I only know something, then it becomes bad and it becomes an ego. And this type of ego, where it leads you to compete with others for something which is not really necessary for you, is taking us to a lower level actually. So ego should be surrendered actually.
So competition makes you fight with each other or challenge each other.
Not necessarily. Healthy competition is always good because ambitions are good. But once it becomes ego, then it becomes a problem because then you start thinking ulterior of the other person. If it is competition, then you start competing with a better man. You can always compete with a better man and you can improve yourself. That's my point. That's
so ego means I need other people to be under me. I need to be in control of everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a nice definition of ego. Thank you, Agarwalji. I need to be in control of everyone and I should be the master of the universe. So that is a definition of ego. Why also you have said why? Because it creates unnecessary, unhealthy competition. Okay. And can we give up the ego? That is another question. So I want other people also to think about this. Yes, thank you, Agarwalji.
I would like to say something.
Yes.
When we talk about ego, I relate it to actions.
Okay.
If you give up ego, then there is no action. In
Okay.
work, there should be action. No action also is like an action.
Okay.
You say, but action should be there. One should remember the final objective in your mind.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the final objective, if you think is moksha, birth and all, then you can have an ego, you can do your karma, but surrender everything, say it is Krishnarpanam, and surrender it to God, good or bad. I understand it is not that like an account book, punya and papa are balanced. They both should not be there to achieve the final goal. If the final goal, the objective is that ego will be there to do action, but you say it's not me, it's you. Surrender it to Krishnarpanam, everything. This is what I think.
Okay. So ego can be surrendered, ego can be given up in terms of surrender. Okay. So
Sir,
Yes.
I feel certain positive ego is important. According to me, slight ego is, I can term it as self-respect.
Okay. Self-judgment.
Self-respect.
Self-respect. Very good. Very
Ji.
good. So,
In little quantity, it's definitely required, I feel.
so self-respect is required in order to make our life successful.
Positive
And
ego
also
to some
fulfilled.
extent.
Also fulfilled. So, yeah, so ego is positive in the sense, so you need not throw away the ego. That's what you're meaning.
Hello.
Yes, thank you, Samataji. That's a good point.
हेलो आचार्य,
हाँ जी, बोलिए.
मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि मैंने ऐसा सुना है कि दुनिया में कोई भी बात इम्पॉसिबल नहीं है.
हाँ.
तो जरूरी इसके लिए है हम अपना कैन बी थ्रो अवे आवर ईगो. तो मैं समझता हूँ डेफिनेटली वी कैन, बट फॉर दिस वी रिक्वायर स्ट्रॉन्ग विल पावर. अगर हमारे अंदर ये दृढ़ इच्छा है कि हमें अपनी ईगो को खत्म करना है, तो डेफिनेटली हमें अपनी विल पावर को बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. तो कोई भी काम मुश्किल नहीं है.
अच्छा. That's very interesting, Bharat ji. So,
I do feel ego is very crucial for success. Because of ego, success cannot be attained that easily. But at the same time, ego has got a role in developing a relationship amongst family members or friends might get spoiled due to ego. I don't know, we should be in a position to balance, because certain amount of, unless you have that ego, even that success attainment also becomes difficult.
True. Very, very true, Himaji. So that balance is a very crucial part of managing your life.
आचार्य जी,
हाँ जी, बताइए.
जो ईगो हमें अहंकार भर दे, वो सरेंडर कर देना चाहिए.
ओके.
छोटा सा है.
Pure ego is ahankar, is it? Modi ji, can you clarify?
नहीं, ईगो, हमें ईगो आया, अरे मैं तो बहुत बड़ा आदमी हूँ, क्या है? तो ये अहंकार है.
अच्छा.
मेरे सामने दूसरे क्या है? कुछ नहीं है. सो ये अहंकार जो है, that we should surrender.
Okay.
In spiritual growth.
Acha. So comparing yourself to others and feeling superior.
Yeah.
Feeling superior is ego. That's
I would like to say something.
Very well put. Haji Dugal ji.
To my mind, it seems that people of very high position or profession or anywhere they go, there are very, very rare people who are egoless. They just perform as they are performing, not because of the position and power. Whereas there are some people, even there is no more power, no more energy left. At old age also, they have gone blabbering their past. Oh, I was a major general. I am this, I am that. And that's called false pretense. दिखावा, वो style, standard. तो दूसरा कोई सोचता है कि भाई हम नहीं शायद जानते होंगे, इसलिए वो चुप रहते हैं. So all I say is that ego is a viral cough and cold fever situation. Thank you.
That's a nice word. Okay. So, yes, Haji Boliye, Prakash ji.
Hari Om Acharya. See, to your specific three questions, why? In fact, we should get rid of the ego because it comes in the way of peace of mind. Okay. And then how is, we have to understand why it is coming. It is because of the false ego arising out of wealth and position and power. And how do we do it? For this, we have to see that we confine our needs to our needs, daily needs. And we should not aspire for leisure and for pleasure and wants. But once we are getting our needs fulfilled, then we should think of others. And then only we can come to the stage of surrender. So that is how I have understood till now. Yeah.
Okay. So first fulfill your needs and then extend it to fulfilling others' needs.
Yeah.
Okay. So very nice. So the ability to share with others, so that helps you to get over your ego.
Yeah.
So it is not my wealth. It is something that is given to me in trust. So I should make good use of it, and I should share it with others.
Right. Right.
Very
Even
nice.
same way for position also. For
Uh,
position also, we should know the limitations of the position. Like Dugalji told that even a major general thinks that, oh, I was so and so. I also come across many people who only think of, I was a managing director. What is this? So I cannot mix with other people who. So a position we have to get rid of the, because it was a Maya. I occupied some position. It is all over. So I have to confine myself more to peace of my mind. Same way with power, that is now becoming more prevalent now. Somebody, even a Nagar Sevak, once elected, tell तुमको मालूम नहीं मैं कौन है. तो ये जो है, this also comes in the way of peace and happiness. So these arising of all false ego, I'll tell you. So positive ego is okay, because Sri Krishna has to show his, Vishwarupa Darshan to Arjun. And I take it as a, some level of ego display that I am so and so. I'm not telling that Sri Krishna wanted to really show him as but it was required. So to make Arjun get the sense of what he should do. But false ego is the real problem. Okay. So, yeah.
Wonderful. Since you mentioned Krishna's Gita and Vishwarupa Darshan, I will, I'll take question answers later on. So can we proceed with the topic? So
yeah,
Krishna talks about 3 types of ego. One is sattvic, second is rajasic, third is tamasic. So sattvic ego is a healthy ego. It's a healthy ego when you know your limitations, you also know your strengths. Okay? I cannot be in control of the whole universe. So I need to know my limitations. Some people say, yes, if you have a strong will, you can get anything that you want. So that is true to a certain extent, but everything has a limitation. If I can get anything that I want just by wishing, that means I am not a human being. I am some superhuman being. Okay. And Krishna says, there is no superhuman being who is above me. So I am the Lord of the universe. I control the universe. I am the creator of the universe. So there can be no competitor for me, because nobody exists without me. Okay, everybody's existence depends on me. I am the creator. Everything comes from me. Everything is followed by me. Therefore, I am bigger than the universe. So if an individual wants to say that I can get everything that I want, it means that you are either equal to God or you're bigger than God. Okay. So now that is called a maniacal ego. A maniacal ego is I am the Lord of the universe. Krishna can say that because he's talking from a different standpoint. When he says, I am the Lord of the universe, he's associating himself with the Karanam Brahma. The Karanam Brahma, the one who is a creator. And he tells Arjuna, both of us have had previous lifetimes. Both of us have many lifetimes. The only difference is you do not know them all. I know them all. Okay. So there Krishna is identifying himself as the Lord of the universe. So he's not talking about himself as mere Mr. Krishna. He's talking about himself identified with the higher self. So that higher self is a Lord. So Krishna himself says, people think of me as being born and being, you can say, growing up as an individual, but they do not know my real nature. I am not an individual. I am the Lord of the universe. Okay, so it is a shifting standpoint. So if you understand your real nature, Krishna says, you also are nothing but Ishvaraha. I am also Ishvaraha, the Lord of the universe. The difference between you and I is you do not know your real nature. I know my real nature. If you know your real nature, you are not a small ego, neither are you a big ego. You are just what you are. You are complete. Ego is necessary to fulfill your needs. Okay, I started out by saying ego gives you a self-identity and it tells you that you can meet your needs by either getting other people to fulfill it or you go and work for it. So you realize that you have needs. Okay. In today's world, we talk about it as desires and wishes. So you can fulfill your wishes by visualizing success, working for success, wishing for success, planning for success. Okay. So that ego helps you to plan your life and make it successful. Now, Krishna says, a healthy ego is which in you know your strengths, you also know your weakness. You know your limitations, you know your capacities. Therefore, if you have such an ego, it is a realistic ego. A realistic ego is flexible and adaptable. You are flexible and give up. What is not working for you, you give up. What is working for you, you employ. And what you need to get, so you are willing to change your functioning so that you can get what is missing. Okay, so that is a flexible, healthy, adaptable ego, and it is realistic. It is realistic. You know your strengths, weaknesses. You know your opposition. So what is coming in the way, all the threats or all the blocks in life, and all the opportunities also. Now you find that if you manage your life, you cannot really achieve success without the cooperation of others. You are not an island. You are given a certain role, you are given a certain situation in which you have to work with others. When you are able to do that, when you are able to cooperate with others, then you are able to gain success. Even if you say, I am self-made, I don't need anybody, I can get my own success. So, well, that success also is not really in your hands, because you can work for success, you can hope for success, you can plan for success, but you cannot depend on success, for the simple reason that there is always a power beyond you. Okay, some things are not in your hand. If some things are not in your hand, no matter how much you try, some things may not come to you. It may not fall in your hands. If everything fell into your hands just by your wish, then you would not be a human being. You would be something supernatural. Okay, Krishna says, there are 5 factors for any success. The 5 factors is we can for convenience, let us reduce it to 3 factors. One is prayatna, second is kala, third is daivam. Okay, prayatnam, kalam, daivam. Prayatnam is your effort. You can put all your efforts, but if it is not in the right time and place, those efforts will not give you the results that you require. So you require the right time and the right place. So a few years ago, we did not have artificial intelligence. Okay. So now that artificial intelligence helps you to write poems and write stories and can do impossible things. So, but a few years ago, you couldn't do that. You had to either copy from someone, or you have to imagine. Okay, or you have to be creative. Now, creativity is not that important because everything is artificial intelligence is there. You can outsource your intelligence, right? So, at the right time, so you can get everything easily. At the wrong time, no matter how much you're struggling, you're not able to come to that success. So prayatna is there, your efforts. Kala also, the right time and place, the right situation, the right contacts, the right people to help you, the right people to guide you. All that is required. And the third factor is said to be daivam. Daivam is, I would say, the factor what we call as luck. And luck is, you can say good luck. Luck can also be, you can say bad luck. So good luck and bad luck is not in your hand. So this is where you need to surrender. You surrender and say, oh Lord, whatever is in my hand, I have done. Whatever is not in my hand, I leave it to you. I surrender unto you. Okay, so that is called a healthy ego. When you know your limitations, you know your strengths, and you know that all your achievements are not individual achievements, they are all collective. So there is a whole lot of people who are helping me to achieve what I have achieved. Without their contribution, I could have achieved nothing. So this is what every successful person says when he is asked to say, what is the secret of your success? So each person attributes the secret of his success to the help of the people who are around, without whom this success would not be possible. When you acknowledge whatever you have achieved, yes, you are independent, you are self-made, you are capable of achieving a lot of things. But understand, when you say, I have achieved, so who is this I? The Lord above says, he smiles and says, whatever you have achieved is basically what is possible for you. And all possibilities are created by me. So the Lord says, I have created everything. What have you created? If you say, I have made my own success, that is only putting things together. All possibilities, when you put it together and you tap the possibilities, you create something. When you create something, it is only a rearrangement of what is possible. You have not created anything, really speaking. You have not created the atmosphere. You have not created this earth. You have not created this body also. You have not created your own wisdom. It is all given to you. Everything is given to you. You're only making use of what is available for you. Okay. So when you realize that on my own, I am nothing, But because of all these rich possibilities that are given to me, I am something. So I am something because there is someone who has given me all the opportunities. I am only making use of them. This is what we talk about as the attitude of Karma Yoga. I have not created anything. I'm only making use of what is available to me. What is given to me is a gift from the Lord. What I make out of it is my return gift to the Lord. Whatever is given to me is Ishvara's gift. He has given me the hands and legs. He has given me the mind to think. He has given me creative power and also willpower. So it is not by choice I got willpower. It is given to me. Okay? You can only use your willpower or abuse it or disuse it. But you cannot create your willpower. So even your very motivation and your own self-effort, all that you say, it's all possible, possible, possible. It is given to you. When you recognize that fact, your ego automatically becomes a balanced, healthy ego. There was a very interesting story told by my teacher about this ego. What is this thing called ego? So the ego means your I sense, I am so and so. So if you analyze this ego, who are you? Who are you? And what have you achieved? What have you created? Have you created this body? Well, you say this is my body. Okay? You say it is my efforts. You say it is my intelligence. This mine. Actually, what is really yours? If you say this body is mine, well, imagine that you are in the court trying to prove that this is your body. Okay? And you stand up in the witness box and say that this body is mine. And there is another voice from the courtroom says, no, sir, this body is not his. The judge asks, who are you? So that person says, I am the mother of this person. Now this body was nurtured by me. It was born from me. Without me, this body wouldn't exist. So that body belongs to me. Okay, another voice was there in the courtroom. And the judge asks, who are you? That person says, I am the father. Without me, this person wouldn't exist. Okay, it is because of me he exists. So this body is not his. This body comes from me. So I have initiated this. Okay. And then this judge was scratching his head and says, to whom does the body belong to? Everybody is claiming this body is mine. And then there was this lady who said, this body is mine because he is my husband. So he belongs to me. He is my husband. He belongs to me. And then the state representative came and said, so this body belongs to us because he is born in our country and he cannot do anything without our permission. He cannot leave the country also without our permission. So this body belongs to us. If there is a war, then we can ask this person to go to the border and fight for us. He cannot do anything independently. This body belongs to us. Right? And the judge started scratching his head and he said, my God, at this rate, anybody and everyone can claim this body. So, in fact, imagine that the bugs in your body, so all the bacteria and the different viruses in your body, so they all claim that this body belongs to us because it is a hereditary property. So our ancestors have been living in this body for so long, and possession is 3 points of the law. Okay, so therefore we have been occupying this body for so long, therefore it belongs to us. So the judge started imagining more, and he says, at this rate, not only the bugs can claim the body, but also the earth can claim the body because his body is born from earth. The sky can claim the body because without space, there is no body. So everybody can claim the body. That means, who does his body belong to? So the judge had a lot of question marks all around his head. Okay. And then finally he said, well, I pass this judgment. This body belongs to no one. It belongs to Sarkar. It belongs to the Lord. Okay. Because the Lord includes everyone. And you have no claim over your own body. But one thing is there, the Sarkar is too busy managing the universe. Therefore, the Sarkar has given you authority to manage your body. Okay, so you are a trustee of your body. As a trustee of the body, you are supposed to take good care of it. So who are you? You are just a trustee. You are just a trustee, and you are given a responsibility of managing your life. So your life is not really your own. It is given to you to manage. If you have that attitude, Naham Karta, okay, I am not the doer. I am just an appointee. I am just a trustee. The Lord has given me an opportunity to live my life. I show my gratitude unto that Lord so that I can make this life fulfilled. So making my life fulfilled, fulfilling my responsibilities, fulfilling my role to the best that I can is my return gift unto the Lord. If this attitude is there, it becomes a healthy ego. A healthy ego is not an arrogant ego, nor is it a helpless ego. It is a ego which is ready to do whatever is necessary. And when you get that success, you don't say it is my success. You say, I am fortunate. I am grateful to the Lord for having given me the opportunity of getting this success. Okay, each person is unique. So everybody cannot get the same type of success. Yes, I need to explore my strengths to see what I can achieve, and I work on it. And when I produce that success, well, I offer it in dedication. When we say surrender, surrender is not giving up. Okay, surrender is acknowledging. You acknowledging the role of others, you acknowledge the role of Ishvara, and you say, thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you for all that you have given me. There is nothing that I own. I don't own anything. I only am a possessor. I am not the owner. This is what we talk about as a healthy ego. Okay. The second type of ego is called as Rajasic. Rajasic means somewhere you try to claim that I am the author of my success. When you claim I am the author of the success, so well, you're not acknowledging that there are other factors beyond me. People like Ravan and people like Hiranyakashyap, so the father of Prahlad. Okay, so they said that I am God, I can do anything. So all of them were showed that place. So even though you may be the greatest person on earth, you're still a human being. You're still having your limitations. Acknowledge that. So do not be arrogant. Do not try to boss over others. Do not try to put others down. If you do that, it is a Rajasic ego. It is more a power hungry. And the power hungry person is addicted to power. Understand this. A money hungry person is addicted to money. A relationship addicted person or a person who wants relationships, he is addicted to relationship. He is hungry, relationship hungry. So when your hunger becomes impossible, it becomes an addiction. Then it is no longer your success. It becomes you are driven to that helplessly. So this is what Duryodhana said, Janami dharmam nachame pravrittihi. Janami adharmam nachame nivrittihi. I know what is right, but I have no affinity to doing the right thing. I don't feel like doing it. I know what is wrong, but I cannot get away from it. Kenapi devena hridistitena. So there is somebody who seems to be controlling inside me. Yatha niyuktosmi tatha karomi. As I am ordered to do, I am doing. So I don't do because I want to. I do it because I am addicted to. I'm addicted to do the wrong thing and I'm addicted to avoid the right. It is not that I want, but I feel helpless. This is called a helpless ego. You are driven. When you are driven, well, that is a Rajasic. When you have a choice, when you choose what is good for you, it becomes Sattvic. When you are driven to success, it is not your success. It is just somewhere it becomes a substitute for success. When you're driven to success, that success is a substitute for real success. When you're able to choose your success, then that is genuine success. So don't let your substitute success become part of your life. May you learn to have genuine success. That genuine success acknowledges that I am not the Lord of the universe. I am given all the resources that I require. I am grateful to that Lord and I surrender to that Lord. Surrender does not mean bowing down. People say you should have your pride. You should not bow before anyone, even to the Lord. Surrender does not mean bowing down. Surrender means looking up and saying thank you. Okay, that is surrender. You look up and say thank you, Lord. I don't have to bow down and demean myself to say I am nothing. I just look up and say, yes, whatever I am because of you. Thank you, O Lord. So that is surrender. And of course, in our culture, bowing down is part of that surrender. Bowing down is not self, what you can say, putting yourself down. Bowing down does not mean putting yourself down. Bowing down to touch the feet of others, it only shows I respect the ground on which you are standing. Okay, so you are standing in a position of respect. I respect that ground, therefore I am touching your feet. So that respect again is acknowledgement. It is not self putting down. It is learning to acknowledge, I am nothing without you. I am nothing without the Lord. Yes, there's a story that I remember about this farmer. So this farmer, he was given a tract of land which was totally barren. It was totally barren, and he put in a lot of effort and created a canal, by which this field could be irrigated. And he got a lot of people involved and took their help and made everything fertile. And then the crops grew and he became prosperous. So in his dream, God comes and tells him, what a wonderful achievement you have achieved. You should thank God for all this achievement. So it is God who has gifted you all this success. And this man said, God, you should have come and seen this place when only you were there, when I was not there. When only you were there, this place was a barren place. It required me to make this field fertile. Where were you when this field was barren? Okay, so it is my effort that I have created this success. So, well, that is also true, but you have to understand that even your efforts is basically you are nothing without Ishvara. Your efforts are again a gift of Ishvara. Your eyes and ears, your wisdom, your hands and legs, everything is a gift. Therefore, recognize that God is working through me. It is not my success. It is God is functioning through me. I am an instrument for this success. When you have this attitude, you find that miracles are created. Between me and God, when we come together, miracles are created. Okay? A lot more about ego can be talked about. This is not the occasion for it. Maybe as we go ahead, I'll be talking more about actual surrender. So surrender is an attitude. As an attitude, surrender can be up to a point. Okay? People say you have to give up the ego. The question is, who is to give up the ego? The person who wants to give up the ego is Mr. Ego. Okay? In Rishikesh, we have sadhus. And many sadhus, they introduce themselves. I was a doctor in my past role. Before I became a sadhu, I was a doctor. Another person says, I was a lawyer. Third person says, I was a chief justice. Okay. So the person who gave up that role of chief justice is respected because he was chief justice before. Okay. This a doctor saw me, this a lawyer saw me, this a chief justice saw me. we still hold on to what we give up. Okay. And the idea of giving up is also thought about by the one who is trying to give up. What can you give up? You can give up possessions, you can give up wealth, you can give up power, but the one who is giving up all this, how do you give up that? Krishna says that is not possible. You cannot give up yourself unless you know your real self. Unless you know your real self, you cannot give up your ego. Understand, ego is born of a mistake. Only when you realize that mistake can you give up the ego. Once you realize a mistake, there is nothing to give up because there is no ego. Okay, so this is something very, very subtle point. This has to be elaborated, probably not in one class, probably it is over a series of sessions. Yeah, with this, I will, I say thank you, and the session is open for all of you.
Myself, R.K. Mahdi, Acharya ji. As you say, we should know ourselves and then surrender accordingly. Two people surrender to the same extent, but उसका प्रयत्न जो है वो सेम रिजल्ट नहीं देता है. क्यों?
See, each of us have got a different past, different history, right? We are all not the same. So, हर आदमी को अपना past baggage होता है. So some of the past we know, some things we do not know. So all the efforts, prayatna is there, kala is there, but maybe that daivam is not there. Yeah. Okay. Daivam is good luck, bad luck. So if that good luck is not there, you don't get. So you say, I was not lucky. One person says, I was lucky, I got the bus. The person next to him is say, I was unlucky, I missed the bus. Right? Both are there in the same place at the same time. One person got the bus, other person missed the bus. So if you say why, you can only say, I do not know luck. And the word luck is used by the people because they don't want to accept that there is a daivam. So those people who don't accept daivam, they say luck, good luck, bad luck. Okay. Those who accept that there is a power which controls the universe, there we say nothing is good luck, bad luck. Everything has a reason. So the reason goes back into our past. We all have a past baggage. So do not argue about the past baggage because we have no idea about what it is. All we can do is surrender that past baggage. Lord, you know best, therefore I leave it to you. Okay. I know one thing, I can try for what I want, but I don't have a guarantee for getting what I want. So everything is not in my hand. So some things I leave it to you. I trust you. I accept whatever comes as your grace. So don't compare. Don't compare. Don't compare. Okay. And also don't say, I did so much, I did not get anything. Well, we have no idea about our past baggage. So all we can do is to pray, and they say prayer works miracles. Prayer is like your grace marks. So your grace marks, your 2 marks grace that you get can make a difference between your distinction and getting just a first class.
Correct.
Just 2 marks can make a difference. So you can say, what can prayer here do? Well, prayer can give you the 2 marks, which can make a difference in your life. Right? That's called grace marks.
Thank you. Thank you, Acharya ji. Well explained, well answered. I am satisfied. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sir,
Haji,
may I add one word? word which is partly Sanskrit and partly Tamil. For luck, we use the word adrishtam.
Adrishtam, correct.
Adrishtam means that which is not seen. So
Correct.
it is God place.
Exactly.
When they say in other language, adrishtam, they really mean God.
Adrishtam is same. Same. It is actually Sanskrit word.
Yeah. So
It's
that
a Sanskrit word.
that is
Yeah.
not Tamil.
Adrishtam, usually they use it for good luck. I'm not sure in Tamil how do you use it. Good luck or
Duradrishtam. They use it duradrishtam.
Duradrishtam. Duradrishtam.
Yeah, bad luck. So whether
Correct,
it's
correct.
adrishtam or duradrishtam, it is what you said, past package or God divine is not there, whatever it is. But just wanted to share this meaning of the word. English words are sometimes not.
Once we say adrishtam, we are also saying I don't know, but I accept.
Yeah, that
I
is
don't know. There is something. There is something. I
correct.
do not know.
Correct.
Okay.
That's
a positive attitude. When you say good luck, bad luck, so you're just saying I am not responsible. When you say adrishtam, well, I am responsible, but I do not know how.
correct.
I do not know how.
That's why I said Sanskrit makes more sense than
Exactly.
translation.
Yes, yes, Rema. Yeah, you are very right. Very right.
Okay. I have a different question, but I don't know whether there's a time to.
Yeah. Please ask. Please ask. No problem. If there's no time, we can continue next time.
Okay. This is not exactly when you talk about past baggage. From that, I'm taking up the point. See, there are say it is the past baggage or prarabdha karma, but at the same time, it is also to enable you to experience this prarabdha karma. There is a need for a hetu. So the hetu may be somebody who troubles you or whatever it is. Let us say.
Fair enough.
Takes a lot of loan and doesn't return it to you. Cheat karta hai.
Fair
So
enough.
now, is it my prarabdha karma or is it his prarabdha karma?
Very interesting. Very interesting. It's all mixed. It's all mixed. It's like noodles, the noodles. So when you pull one piece, the other piece comes along with it. So prarabdha is like that. When you talk about your prarabdha, others' prarabdha comes along with it. It's all intermixed. We cannot really separate it. It's all mixed up. Okay. So think of prarabdha as noodles. Enjoy your noodles.
So when people talk about it, when they say, "Oh, it is his mistake and you were cheated, you were responsible, why you got cheated?"
Correct.
So I have an answer to my mind. Yes, maybe, but that is because he was a hetu. This comes in a small story.
Fair enough.
There's a snake which bites the child. Mother is pativrata.
Okay.
Shapa to that snake. Snake says, "Please, I am not responsible. I was told to do this, therefore I did." And ultimately, so many layers, Yamadharma comes. He says, "I only told him to do." So he is not responsible. Like that, he's a hetu.
Very nice. That's a nice way of seeing it. But that is not the only explanation. But it's a nice way of seeing it.
That is to satisfy yourself, it becomes easier and you don't blame.
It satisfies you. Fair enough. Fair enough. So people come into your life for a reason. Okay. People come into your life for a reason and they go away when that reason is over. So maybe everybody is responsible for being a hetu for your prarabdha. And similarly, your presence is a hetu for others' prarabdha. So every hetu is intermixed. Okay, my hetu is brings me to your what you can say, to your life, and your hetu, your hetu brings me to your life. So it's all noodles only. Yeah.
So if there is no other question, I think it was an excellent exposition, Uday Acharya ji. As usual, it was a wonderful session. All of us gained wisdom
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll
Very
close.
excellent.
We'll close with a prayer again.
Yes.
Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahita Go Brahmanebhyah Shubhamasya Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Vachatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sattvashalini Deshoyam Shogarahitah Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सत्तमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्छते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरि ओम नमस्कार. Thank you. It was a wonderful interaction. Thank you for your attentive participation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Om